Excuse me, wise one, I've been pondering something lately. Do you believe that in our modern world, we're too repressed when it comes to matters of sexuality? Are we humans free to indulge in our desires? Or should we take into consideration the natural purpose and consequences of sexual indulgence?
My friend, those are profound questions indeed. The balance between self-discipline and indulgence is a matter of great importance. Let me share a perspective with you.
Please do.
Consider this. Even a common household cat exhibits more sexual self-control than many humans. Cats experience only 2 weeks annually when they focus on mating, and we seldom witness them engaging in self-stimulation. Furthermore, instances of deviant sexual behaviors in animals are primarily observed in captive environments. Animals in their own way demonstrate a higher degree of self-discipline in this regard than we do.
That's an interesting comparison, but what about our ancestors? Did they also hold themselves to a higher standard of sexual self-control?
Indeed, in ancient times, great sages and spiritual leaders recognized the importance of sexual self-control. Take Buddha, for example. He referred to celibacy as the middle path. During his time, there were two extremes prevalent: hedonism and masochism. For saints and sages who lived centuries or even millennia ago, celibacy was viewed as a perfectly natural state of being.
So embracing celibacy doesn't mean self-torture or a departure from the natural order of procreation.
No, my friend. It's a matter of balance and self-control, much like the middle path advocated by Buddha. In the modern world, explaining the virtues of chastity may seem like denying candy to a child. However, through open and respectful dialogue, we can encourage a healthier and more mindful approach to our natural desires.
But I've heard that self-discipline can be incredibly challenging, and many people resist it.
You're right. Embarking on the path of self-discipline is not without its challenges. There will be voices of dissent, screams of frustration, and attempts to deviate from the chosen path. It's essential to remind oneself that what one desires and what truly brings lasting happiness are often distinct.
How does self-discipline connect with the idea of absolute bliss in the soul?
The soul, young one, is considered the microcosm of the divine. It inherently possesses a state of pure bliss, a unipolar state beyond the fluctuations of happiness and sadness. But as the soul descends into the material realm and becomes entwined with the physical body, layers of ignorance known as Maya or avidya start to envelop it.
So, seeking external pleasure through sensory stimulation is like chasing a mirage?
Precisely. Sensual pleasure derived externally through our senses is not genuine pleasure. It's but a fleeting stimulation of our nerves that ultimately leads to pain. The pursuit of true contentment comes from within, recognizing the transitory and superficial nature of external pleasures.
It sounds like a profound journey. How does celibacy fit into this path?
Celibacy is like a vessel, a ship that can guide us through the ocean of delusion to the shores of true soulful bliss. With unwavering dedication and sincere practice, we can free ourselves from the entanglements of Maya, gradually shedding the identification with our physical bodies and embracing the understanding that we are souls.
It sounds like a transformative path, but I imagine it's not easy.
Indeed, it can be quite challenging, especially in the beginning. But with sincere efforts and the grace of a higher power, the path becomes smoother over time. It's like preparing for a race. One must set aside distractions and pour heart and soul into disciplined training.
I see. So through celibacy and self-discipline, we can rediscover our innate bliss and contentment?
Yes, young one. The path may have its difficulties, but it ultimately leads to a state of contentment within ourselves. It's about recognizing the transitory nature of external pleasures and the profound glory within our inner selves and the divine.